Hi friends, my name is Ankit Shah and today we are going to discuss research and the various methods of data collection. The word research is made up of two terms. Re means again and search means to find out. According to Advanced Learners Dictionary, research is a careful investigation or inquiry, especially to search for new facts in any branch of knowledge. It is an attempt to substantiate facts with credible evidence. Now, the purpose of research is to gain familiarity with the topic. It also review and synthesize the existing knowledge, and it also helps us to formulate new theories and provides us remedial measures or solutions. So there are basically two types of data collection method. The first one is primary method and the secondary method. In the primary method, we have questionnaire, interviewing, observation, and in the secondary method, we have census report, governmental articles, magazines, service record, etc. So observation is considered as the best way of collecting primary data. Observation is a purposeful, systematic, and selective way of watching and listening to an interaction or phenomenon as it takes place. Now, the main purpose of observation method is to learn about the interaction in a group. We can study the behavior pattern of an individual. Now there are two types of observation method, participant methods and non-participant method. In the participant observation, the researcher participates in the activities of the group being observed in the same way as its members or without their knowing that they are being observed. For example, when we want to examine the reactions of the general population towards people in wheelchairs, we can study their reaction by sitting in a wheelchair ourselves. So, we can pretend here in order to collect data, and the opposition party is not aware that we are doing research. Again, in non-participant observation, a researcher don't get involved in the activities of the group but remain a passive observer, watching and listening to its activities and drawing conclusion from this. So the advantages of this observation method is that it is highly reliable, it provides us first-hand information. Again, we can also record the information using cameras, tape recorder, etc. So it is used to evaluate performance, attitude, interest, and behavior of an individual. Now, interviewing is also a very popular method of collecting information from people. According to Burns, an interview is a verbal interchange, often face to face. Now, the telephone may also be used, that we know as telephonic interview. Now, the interview can be divided into two parts: unstructured interview and structured interview. The strength of unstructured interview lies in the freedom and liberty that we get, because we may formulate questions on the spur of the moment. We can ask questions which come to our mind, so there is nothing predetermined here, so it provides us greater opportunity. Now there are also structured interview where the questions are already set and the researcher have to follow the order. The basic advantage of structured interview is that it provides uniform information which assures the comparability of data. Now comes the questionnaire. A questionnaire is a written list of questions, the answers to which are recorded. In a questionnaire, respondents read the questions, interpret what is expected, and write down their own answers. So in the case of questionnaire, there is no one to explain it. So the format of the questionnaire should be such that anybody can understand it, even rustic people can also understand it easily. So the advantage of the questionnaires are that it is less expensive, it offers greater anonymity, but on the other hand there are some disadvantages also, like the response rate is very low here, and there is a self-selecting biasness, and as we all know that there is no one to explain the questions to the respondent, so they may get confused, they don't know that what is asked there. So it is a problem in the questionnaire method. Now there are two types of questionnaire: open-ended questionnaire and close-ended questionnaire. So in an open-ended questionnaire, the possible responses are given. In the case of an open-ended questionnaire, the respondent writes down the answers in his or her own words. But in a close-ended question, the possible answers are already given, and the respondent have to tick the category that best describes his or her answers. Now, formulating effective question. We have to remember that we are creating questionnaire that will be you that will cover many people, both educated and uneducated, illiterate. So we have to use simple and everyday language. For example, is anyone in your family a dysposomaniac? So this sort of word, dipsomaniac, is totally useless because the common public will never get it. So this sort of difficult words should be avoided, and don't use ambiguous questions. An ambiguous question is one that contains more than one meaning and that can be interpreted differently by different respondents. And don't ask double barrel questions. A double barrel question is like how often and how much time do you spend on each visit. So this type of questions should be avoided. Now, don't ask leading questions. A leading question is one which by its contents, structure or unstructure leads a respondent to answer in a certain direction. For example, unemployment is increasing, isn't it? Smoking is bad, isn't it? So this sort of questions should be avoided. And don't ask questions that are based on presumptions. So this is all for today. Thank you.